So here we've got a small swarm settled on a post. Well, they're not fully settled, fairly settled. They haven't been there that long. We've just got ourselves a bit of drawn comb out of a bait hive. There was bait hive in the apiary they've just come out of, but they never go in their own apiary. Right, we're going to get them into that box. I'll let you know. Right, we've washed the bulk of them down into the polynuke. Now, we've got to look very carefully, see if the queen is still on the post. There was quite a few of them, they were quite sort of deep. No signs, is there? Down here. Need to give them a minute or two, see where they decide to settle, because of course the queen could come back out again yet, just because she does not appear to be on the post at the moment. Doesn't mean she couldn't be on the post in 5 minutes or so. There's lots of very enthusiastic scenting going on here, giving out their pheromones to call them in, and then they've gone off with little loads of pollen from the clover. They'll also have full tummies of nectar. So, as there's another one, this one can be left to settle a bit. I will just balance the top across, give them a feeling of being insecure. Well, we got this one in, but they don't look settled. This is the one off the post. You see there's an awful lot dashing around. There's not much scenting. I can see 2 or 3. So let's hope we got the queen in there. She hasn't got lost between here and the apiary, which is not very far away. Golly, they're little, some of these bees. So time will tell. We'll have to see. So here's another one. Not as small as I expected it to be, really, but I always think these are easier than ones on posts. You can trim them off, stick them in, and you're done. You hope. So Stuart is carefully and patiently getting rid of most of the greenery from around them, because we will take it off. It's on a hedge that will get trimmed anyway. We're not doing any harm to anything. Might be worth taking those tall ones off as well. So we think that these are 2 casts come out where we've left extra queen cells. C'est la vie.
Left them 2.
Yes, and they both, of course there was one out, wasn't there? You've left them 2 and they've both gone, yes, we're off. And I think, wasn't that the one where you opened one and it was a non-viable queen cell, so, you know, which is why you end up thinking I'd better leave them 2, really. So Stuart will get the big loppers and get the leaves out. You can see we've got a bit of manky comb which keeps them. They like a bit of manky comb. They can give it a quick clean and then she can get straight on with laying. It's not big by any means. He's got to lop that little branch there, which is why he's had to go and get the big loppers. They'll fit nicely in there and we'll be in a nice safe home instead of, because these, assuming they are casts, will have virgin queens, so it's not a simple thing by any stretch of the imagination. They've got to go out and get mated, and we had one in a similar position a couple of years ago which never did end up making a queen, but we got a little bit of good weather coming, so perhaps we'll be lucky this time. As you can see, they haven't gone far from the apiary. They're from the second hive from us there. There we are. So this is the one off the hedge. There's the branch that they were on. We were able to cut that off very carefully, lower it in, get everything that was clustered in there. Of course there are other bees, the estate agent bees, who were flying around. So I put the branch up there in the hope that it may attract them. And let's go and see. It's easier to do it, to move them as quick as you can, but of course if you leave the scent of the queen behind, you'll have a cluster go back up. This is so close to the apiary. See, there's the branch that we cut off. There's a few bees, but they're either going to go back, you can see it's very close, they're either going to go back into their parent hive, which is this one just here, or they're going to go, they may smell that one further up there, and then the other one is across there. Stuart's giving them a little slurp of syrup, and we'll come back tonight, all things being equal, and move them into the other gap that we've got here, and that will have filled this apiary all by the bait hive, which is what we want to do. Then of course they've got to get out, get mated, get back again, start laying eggs, but could happen, we'll see.